going to be good. Everyone's going to be successful. Everyone's going to be happy. An extra percentage point here and there.
It was the same because we thought during the concept of investing schedule progress is not sleeping off, so people just actually going to this. Only goes through with no lives. So it's like a good thing to know.
Yeah, I mean, the typical thing in the US is this: a 4-year schedule, 1-year clip, and then every month after that, it's increments.
And there's an early exit.
And then early exit, everyone gets everything. Yeah. But and that's most investors are cool with that. And these are the wrong kind of questions for me because this is the part where I'm married to a banker, so a very smart person. So I just read all this for me, please. Make sure I'm not signing my own query. This is the right thing. But yeah, I mean, I could have probably gotten to a place where I invested most of my ownership on day one, but I chose to.
You were saying that you had all of this on the first. Was that investment from someone?
Yeah. So this is what happens when you have some success. It's really easy to raise money the second time.
No, that's why I just like the first time.
But I'll tell you, my co-founder Jason had just sold a company for $7.5 million, and he raised $800,000 to start, and he did it in less than a year. So he went back to the people that invested in that company. So the Washington Post was one of the companies, and they funded. We raised $3 million for the Gate company, and in 1 year we blew through $2 million. And that $1 million left was from the $3 million we got to raise because of and it was all because of his success previously. Because even if you're failed as an entrepreneur, just launching a product and getting it out there in the market, even if it lives for 2 or 3 years and then goes away, it shows that you have it in your DNA to get through that process, and that's a big part of the evaluation for investors. Do they have the stamina to last to handle this? And does their family and does their support do that? And so that's kind of, yeah. And so I had a very similar opportunity this time. It was bizarre.
I the last thing. I have the concept of really think about the concept. You get there's early investment. You can lose more than 50% of your entrepreneurship. Is that still your story?
No. Don't give away 50% of your company to anybody. Ever.
So you have conflict communication, you got your investment?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And so if someone wants to invest your money and take that much of your company, go to beg your family, bootstrap it, go into credit card debt, do what you have to do to get the product there, launch it, get a little bit of traction. Then you'll have much more strength to negotiate. But don't give half your company away.
Hey guys, you got last chance to ask some tricky questions.
Man in the back. Hi.
Last week I've been listening something about holacracy. So like the influence about management.
Okay. I read that book.
Okay, so yeah, so I don't know.
There's a whole part where he's at a rave doing ecstasy, right? That's what that was. But did anyone read this? Okay, yeah. There's like a rave. Yeah, he's that's a big part of the book, right? I read the book. Maybe that was another book. Sorry.
Probably. But yeah, it's something about management, team management, going not to the titles or to roles or you can explain to us. This is like a room nutrient.
Okay. I don't know anything about it.
Basically, asking question, what's the structure of your company? How do
yeah,
you manage, what's happening?
I believe in titles, I believe in roles, but I believe that everyone should be able to do everything, and everyone should be able to walk up to anyone's desk and ask them about what they're doing too. So it's not like, so I guess it's maybe a hybrid. It's like, I think you have to have a title, and someone ultimately has to be responsible for a part of the business. And, but at the same time, I think that it's really important to be aware that silos happen within companies, and that especially the senior executive team and the founding team has to be the people that do not allow the silos to become created. And typically, a lot of times, they tend to be the people who create them because of tension between founding people who are insecure, I guess, a lot of times about, you know, so I don't know. It's really weird. I don't read. This is my advice, I guess. Don't ask people for advice. Would be my advice. Because you gotta find your own voice. You know, it's trial and error. It's figuring it out. Like, the secret to success is just like being a good person, listening to people, trusting people, respecting people, and working together. Like, it's not rocket science. It's kind of shocking how simple it all is. But it's when you look too much at ways to be something, and when you look too much at your competitors, like someone's like, what do you think of this website, or what do you think of that website? I'm like, I don't know. I don't look at anybody else. I really don't, and that's a problem. And that's a problem. You know, buyers, they have this thing where they go on trips and they go into different stores and they go to different parts of the world to see what other people are doing. I don't do any of that stuff. You know why? I know what I want to do. If someone else has to happen to do a clone of that somewhere, good luck. If they do it better than me, good luck. But like, so I think that a big problem of entrepreneurs and young people is you don't have experience. You haven't learned to trust your gut. So you're looking for reassurance to say my gut has something to back it up. But I can tell you what, you can find a book that supports anything you've ever felt out there. There is support out there. I was 35 when I was 34 when I started, 30 something. I'm not a kid. So I had the luxury of starting a company later in life. And I really think that made it a little bit easier because I'd gone through the ropes. I had kind of figured out like how companies run. I'd figured out the kind of companies that I thrived in and the kind of companies I didn't thrive in. So that experience helped me set the tone of what kind of company I wanted to create. So I don't know if I answered your question, but here's my advice. Another piece of advice. You should listen to people sometimes. Mindy Grossman is an investor in my company. She's the CEO of a company called HSN, which is the Home Shopping Network. It's a $4 billion company. Powerful woman, really powerful woman. Forbes 500, really powerful woman. At drinks the other day, she is not your typical CEO of a company that big. You know, she's a woman, and so it's stacked against women. It's like it's not a fair place world. And she said the secret to her success, following her instinct. So I know that's like a bullshit answer, but it really is the answer, because you're like every time you ever took the wrong step in your life, you knew you were taking the wrong step when you did it. You just weren't aware to make sense of it, and you weren't smart enough or confident enough to stop it. And so try to listen, try to follow that more than this, or at least combine the two. I'm getting philosophical. Emotional intelligence.
So just a quick question. I really admire what you guys done about. But I'm curious about, you guys raised a lot of
$336 million.
Yeah, almost said it, but $1 billion in a year, basically burning $200 million. without even really proving this is smart, right? So, what can you teach us? What did you learn? What the biggest mistakes you personally made?
The biggest mistake I personally made was not listening to Mindy Grossman's advice. That when something felt wrong, going along with it. Rather than screaming, standing up and saying, ah!
Okay.
You just kind of go along with it. Because even someone that was on top of the world lacks confidence a lot of times. And so personally, it was that.
Can you give an example?
Yeah, Fab changed its business model. I believe in the old one, which was the no inventory flash sale business. At the time, it was not a good thing to say you were a fan of. This was before Zulily went public. Guild was stumbling. We were lumped in the same group with Groupon, which was collapsed, like going through really hard times. And it was just not a popular opinion to say I believe in this model. And you know, the press came out when we changed our business, like the business changed. So we did have a business that actually proved itself. And it was that one. It just might not have proved itself to scale to the size of what some people had hoped it would. So that was kind of like that was the biggest mistake for me to not like be more of a champion of that model. So at that point, really, I just thought that, if I'm being honest, I thought it was in the bag. Like the momentum was so strong that like failure was not even an option at that point, and that's a problem because until you're a profitable company, and even then, like you have to be like motivated completely. Like, a big part of your motivation has to be the motivation of not failing. And when you raise all this money and the world's your oyster and you're just like, everything's magical and perfect, whether you're kind of consciously or subconsciously, there's an air of invincibility. And that's a really dangerous place to be. And I recognize it now. I definitely recognize it now. But I think like the more business part of what I would try to say is you can't juice an e-commerce company. You have to earn people's trust over time and repeat purchases. And a commerce company is very different than Snapchat. And we need to stop, the technology community needs to stop thinking of them the same way and evaluating them the same way. It's not about how many people you have. It's not about how many people have downloaded the app. When it's commerce, it's about how high your margin was, have they bought again, what are the economics of each and every transaction. And that's what you have to be laser focused on. That's what the guy who owns the deli on the corner is laser focused on. And so I think that's, I mean, it's not rocket science. If you sell something, you should make money, not lose money. And retail it takes a little longer. Yes, sir.
Hola, mi nombre es Juan Carlos Loaiza.
Oh. Un momento. Okay.
Desde el comienzo de la charla he percibido que usted nos intenta mostrar que el negocio no es como lo plantean las personas de tecnología, sino que el negocio está enfocado en volver a lo que realmente es un negocio y es pensar en los márgenes que crecen. Eso puede indicar que hay una burbuja como la que hubo en el 2000. Los negocios se están haciendo mal.
I don't think there's a bubble. I don't think there's a bubble. I just think that some businesses fail and some businesses don't fail. And that's the beginning of time. Some of them just take a lot of money now and they can recover. stuff. But I don't think that there is this. Here's the thing. One Uber pays for 1 million of the other ones. So like the game that's being played with these venture capitalists are, the wins are really freaking big wins. And it's like gambling. But is there people out there doing disingenuous things? And no, I don't think. It's just that for every 100 companies, one's going to be a big success, and that one is going to pay for all the 99 failures, regardless of how big or small that failure is. And so, no, I don't think. I don't think there's anything. I don't think there is a bubble. I think it's like Uber's worth what Uber's worth. You know why? Because Uber has changed the way people get around. Like the world has changed because of it. Industries will be destroyed. The taxi industry is being destroyed, and it is. That's true disruption. So, I think that. I don't think there's a bubble. I just think that I think that it's like e-commerce is a little different. But I hope that if you look at the failures, some big failures or big stumblings of some of the e-commerce companies that have raised a lot of money. And what I hope is that people just start evaluating those companies a little differently than they have been, and that people start realizing that retail and technology, though connected, are very different. And right now they operate very separately. It's like e-commerce is really in technology, and there's retail. Like very few people from the retail world are part of these e-commerce companies. What I would love to see is more, because it's retail. It's not technology. It's selling something. The motivation of selling something, delivering on a promise to customers. Amazon is a retail. It is a technology company. That's technology. It's about quickness and price. It's about how fast they get things. It's about convenience, and that's all through technology. They're a technology companies. But with more of a curated e-commerce companies, fashion brands, design brands, home brands, food. You see a lot of it in food right now. Like those kind of companies. They need to have more real life, real industry knowledge, and right now, the retail people are not part of the technology. You're late. Just kidding. Do you know who I am? Do you know where you are? This is my name is Bradford, and I am an alcoholic. This is kind of like a self-help group. Should we get this circle? Do you have a question?
How would you?
Just alright.
Oh, ¿Tienes preguntas?
No, any book you recommend?
A book? Don't read them.
But you read stuff.
No, I would say this. I did read that because someone made me. Yes, 2 books that I love. 2 books that I love. One is the story of the Four Seasons hotel chain. I don't know the name of it, but it's this guy's life story. These Canadians, parents were, they're Jewish, they were persecuted during World War II, moved to Canada, grew up in Canada, started the company. It's the best customer service in the world. It's better than Zappos. Screw that Zappos book. Like, this book is a really beautiful story about how someone built a business differently than everybody else and ended up winning. So there's that book that I just love. It's the Four Seasons. I don't know the name of the book, but it's the founder of the Four Seasons, his biography. The other is, God, I always mess up the name, but we were talking about this yesterday. How to Win Friends and Influence People. That's the best book in the world. How to Win Friends and Influence People. I think it was written in the early 1900s. Yeah, kind of games. Yeah. Read that. Yes, read that book. No, I'm serious. because that book is about being present with people, trusting people, empowering people, actually like expecting the best from people, not the worst from people. So it's an awesome book. It's a fun book to read too. So yeah, I would read those. Then and also the other one I read, this is a little weird, is the Philosophy of Andy Warhol. So the Philosophy of Andy Warhol. So he wrote this book, which is all just how he views the world, and it's how to win friends and influence people. It's definitely in Spanish. The other one, maybe not, but definitely that one is. That's a very famous book. But the last is the Philosophy of Andy Warhol. And it's just Andy Warhol's outlook on life. I really do believe Andy Warhol was sent from the heavens or from another planet to predict the future. Like, in the future, everyone will be world famous for 15 minutes. If that's not predicting reality television, I don't know what is. If that's not YouTube, like, I'm serious. And like, everything that he said about life, about how people with money and people low lives, and how the mix is going to be high and low, it's now the norm in every industry. It's like, that is the biggest driving inspiration in my life. So he has all these, he wrote a couple books. There's one that's weird called A. It's kind of dumb. If you're a real Andy Warhol fan, you'll read the diaries, which document his life for like 15 years. And it's awesome. I mean, it's like every single day, he would finish the day, and he'd call up this woman, and he would just tell her what he did, and she'd transcribe it, and you basically just read what he did every single day. And it's so, like, when you start reading it, you don't quite get the genius of it, because it's like, I took a cab to Rockefeller Center. It was $5. And they're all like little paragraphs. I went to this restaurant, I saw this person, and it's like kind of gossipy and bitchy, and it's about famous people he sees and places he's traveled. I'm on the continent, but like when you really start reading it over time, you like get to see like this guy was a freaking genius. I mean, here's a genius thing. I'm just gonna take a picture of somebody that already exists, or a picture of a product that already exists, and turn it into the most expensive art in the world. There's a quote that he said that it's like, making money is the best art. Like he's so good, he's a genius. So, but I think it's more relatable for like a creative person definitely. But
usually at the end of the
no, it was only for maybe like it was like after he was famous, and so it was like it was basically from probably the early 70s to his death, which was in the mid to late 80s. So it's this part of the book is this big. It's like, I have like 20 of them in my house. So I bought like 100 of them once on Amazon. I literally bought 100 of this book on Amazon. Because it's like, it was like it's $14. And so I bought 100 of them. And it's because it's like I give it to whenever it's a birthday or a housewarming. It's the gift I give everybody. So I give it to them.
Because that people after you buy the tickets.
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. Books is not hard. I'm a music guy. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me. Yes. Oh wait, one more thing. Well, thank you for having me. So thank you for putting this on. So thanks for having me. And secondly, I have my card. If anyone wants, if you have Colombian designers, send them my way. Seriously. Okay, awesome. Okay. Shoes. Okay. I would still want to see you. They're beautiful. You had nice shoes, the politician. Did you see that? He had navy blue shoes, and I was like, that's kind of fancy for a politician. I mean, that's kind of like a little fashion forward for a politician. And I was like, your shoes are beautiful. I love the tassel. Thank you. Thank you. And now we have, what are these things? What are those things called? Empanadas. Oh, yes. Perfect. Empanadas for everyone. Thank you. Okay. Can I pee? I'd like to pee so bad. Okay. Where is that?
Gracias a los amigos de la casa, Rafael Mejía, vicepresidente de Innova, que vino a acompañarnos, a Pedro, cofundador de Linio, a Oscar Gómez de la Cámara de Comercio de Bucaramanga y los equipos que vinieron a acompañarnos desde Bucaramanga. Gracias a todos por haber venido. Un aplauso para ustedes.
Gracias por clase. Tenemos empanadas, cerveza.